I remember the
So
first time I met
funny.
you. I was so nervous.
Really? Why? I didn't have a mustache or anything.
Tell the audience, explain.
We worked together in a faraway place.
There we go.
Is that good?
Yeah, it's good.
And I was because I had auditioned and I never met you. What do you mean?
Because it was COVID. That's right. It was
COVID.
like
I
a
never
remote
met
audition.
you. But can I tell you about what happened at the table read?
Okay.
Something happened.
Sure.
And it could have been, listen, it could have been a fucking disaster for me.
You diarrhea or something?
No.
Food in a mouth.
So this is what
You're like, can I sit
you're
with
not,
someone?
You're not aware of this. You're not aware of this, but it would have been a fucking, I would have been thrown out of Hollywood, I think.
Okay.
This sounds great. How did I miss this?
I never told you.
Why not?
I'm telling you now.
Okay.
All right. Right. So a week before we did the table read, right? Because everyone, there's all these stars and everyone's around the world. Because we did it through Zoom.
That's right. We did.
We did, right?
Wow.
So one of your guys calls me and goes, yo, the whole movie's not casted, so you're going to have to read these parts.
Yes.
Other parts than the
Yeah.
parts I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
So he gave me 20 names.
Yeah.
20, right?
That was my decision.
But so
I was like, well, have Bobby do it. He's great. He can do anything. His character.
I know.
I love it.
So all week long, I memorized every line.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
They didn't tell you, it's a table read, not a table recital.
I know. But I was so nervous, I didn't want to fuck up. So I hired a guy, came over all day long. I did other people's, right? It was a lot of parts. So
I was the hired guy.
I didn't.
yeah. Oh, that's right. It was you.
I had no
Yeah.
idea you
It gets
were going
worse.
through that. Oh,
It gets
boy.
worse.
Now I feel.
So 1 minute before we start, I text the guy and I go, are you sure I'm doing all these parts? And he goes, oh, no. You're only doing these two. But if I hadn't asked Eli,
You would have been.
I would have been reading somebody else's thing
You would have been
and talking for the
jumping
same, jumping in.
the same time
And
on
yeah,
Zoom.
yeah. And it would have been so fucking embarrassing.
That would have been great. I'm so.
It would have been
sad.
so
I'm
embarrassing.
so sad that didn't happen.
Why?
Because everyone would have been like, "Is there an issue with Bobby? Like,
I know.
is he like he was cast as this part, but now he's reading everyone else's lines? Like,
Yeah.
why is he doing that?" And they're like, "Is he
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be like this on set? Like, I know he wants extra parts, but you can't really like
I
play
know.
two people in the same movie that
know.
easily.
I
It
know.
seems weird.
It would have been a disaster. Imagine.
It's so great.
I would have been, dude. And then so when I
But
met
you know, I was a fan of your acting.
I know. And when I
Huge
met
fan
you,
of your
you were,
acting.
dude. I remember them. Yeah, I went to set and I went to meet you, and you pulled me aside, and we had like a 10-minute talk. And as soon as you opened your mouth, I was like, okay, I'm good. You were so like, you just took all the fears away from me.
Oh, that's great. Well, look, everyone always has that little bit of nervousness, but you cast people for a reason because you trust them. And you sort of trust your instinct. And you're like, you don't know. Nobody knows. It's all just like, it's this kind of, like I said, a faith-based system. You just think, yeah, this will probably work. But you just have a sense. I was like, and I'd seen you in Love, and I'd seen, obviously, Mad TV. There's so many things I'd seen you in.
Yeah.
And I was like, I fucking love Bobby Lee. And weirdly, I wasn't watching or like listening to the podcast. I only like knew you from acting.
Wow.
From acting stuff.
Wow.
So I was just like, Bobby Lee, you were just one of my favorites.
Oh.
And I was like, we need to write a role for Bobby Lee. I actually wrote it. I was like, and they were like, they're like, what is this character? I'm like, no, I have this idea for this part. And it's really fun. I was like, it should be Bobby Lee. I think just putting him in this movie, in this world, will be so much fun. So when the strike is resolved and things are done, we can talk about it more
And
openly.
it was a pleasurable experience.
But you were great to work with, Bobby. Really.
Thank you. And
fantastic.
it was a dreamy experience, and I just want to say that out loud.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm not
It's a
nervous
special time.
anymore. I'm not nervous anymore. I look at you, I'm like,
You're like, you're like, now when you open your mouth, I think I could even shit in that mouth. Not intimidated. Not nervous at all. No stage fright.
I want to
I'm
talk.
like, where is it, Robert? What happened?